Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Mohsin here. Today's topic of the discussion is stateful versus stateless applications. So in this presentation, we will explore the difference between stateful and stateless application in the context of AWS. So see, this is very important topic because understanding these concepts is crucial for making informed decisions about building and deploying our applications on the AWS platform. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, let's see what is the agenda of the today's session, and then we will cover this topic in detail. Okay, so this is going to be very interesting, and please be with me. I hope you will have a lot of fun today. Okay, let's get started. So the topics that I'm going to cover as per the agenda is, first of all, let's see what is stateless applications, then its benefits and challenges of the stateful applications. Then we will turn to stateless applications, its benefits and challenges, and finally we'll try to understand what type of application, like whether stateful or stateless, will be beneficial to us. Okay, so to make an informed decision. Now let's try to understand what is stateful application. So very first thing is, before I am going to cover what is stateful and stateless, it's very important to understand what are these basically. Okay, so see, as the name suggests, stateful or stateless means both of these are related to the state. State means the way it maintains the user information. Okay, so in context to the stateful, so it will be maintaining the state of user information, and in case of stateless it will not. Okay, so this is in a nutshell. So basically, stateful applications, as the name suggests, it remembers information from the previous user interactions. Okay, so what will be the benefit of this? Will it allows them to offer a more personalized and seamless experience. However, the stateful applications require data persistence solutions and session management, which can impact scalability and fault tolerant. So basically, as you can see, so there will be a lot of examples with respect to stateful application. A very common example, as you can see, is shopping carts, online games, personalized dashboards. So in all these some of these examples, so user information, say we have we are doing some shopping, online shopping, and we have purchased some items, so that item information has been retained, that we can call it as a user information. Okay, so that has been also we can get some preferences, okay, like that. So it will maintain the state or the information in itself and will provide us. So with respect to stateful applications, there are some of the AWS services such as EC2 instances, which is nothing but a virtual machine, RDS, that is relational databases, managed container services like ECS, that stands for Elastic Container Services, and EKS, which stands for Elastic Kubernetes Services. So we have not covered ECS and EKS so far, but in the upcoming in the near future we will definitely cover it. So the main idea here is, so stateful application will remembers the user information from the previous user interaction. So that is in a nutshell that you can remember for now. Okay. Now we'll discuss what are the different benefits of using the stateful application. So the the very first benefit of using this one is the faster processing. So this can be very important, because as the stateful application don't need to retrieve the data from each request, and they retains the data in their self, like servers maintains the data. Since these stateful applications are very fast. Okay, that is the first benefit, you can say. They're also simpler to design or development, because we don't need to worry about managing the state across the sessions. Okay, and another benefit that we can consider is as it offers the personalized experience. We can get personalized seamless experience while working with the stateful application. We don't need to retype the things again and again, because the information is stored or saved in the stateful applications, and we get the user preferences and history while using it. So I hope you got the point about the stateful applications. Now we also have some challenges when we discuss about stateful application, and we it is very important to discuss about the challenges as well. So very first challenge here using stateful application is these are the less scalable. Means say it is limited by the server capacity. So as in case of stateful application, the data is maintained or stored by the server. So the server may have its limitation in terms of storage capacity, and hence it is less scalable. Okay. Another challenge here in this case is fault tolerance. So if say the server is, if a particular server is already serving the or user, if a particular server is maintaining the session state and that server itself may get failed, then we may also lose the data in that case. And as the third limitation here is resource intensiveness, because again we may need the additional resources for data storage and management, like okay. So here in that case, this is the resource intensiveness is another challenge when we discuss about stateful applications. I will explain, there is a diagram that I have covered, so we'll explain once we have the stateless applications discussed. Okay. Now let's discuss about what are the stateless applications. So far we discussed about stateful applications which saves or maintains the user information and all those things. So now let's discuss about what are the stateless applications. So in case of the stateless application, the stateless application will treat each request as the new. Okay, so they will just forget each request after it is completed, unlike the stateful, and every request will be new in case of stateless application. So there is no context from previous interaction, and the example of stateless applications are like web servers, APIs, content delivery network, that are CDNs, etc. Okay, and similar to this, in the AWS we have lambda functions, S3 bucket, API gateways, etc. So I have covered lambda function in my previous video, so you can check it out. The link is in the description. And S3 bucket again we have covered, you can check it out the previous video. And API gateway is something that we are yet to cover. It's basically helps us to create, maintain and manage APIs. So API gateway is another service which is the stateless application or stateless service that is offered by AWS. So now it's time to discuss about the benefits of stateless application. So very important benefit is highly scalable, because see in this case there is the stateless applications are not maintaining the sessions user data, so the load will be distributed. Hence related to that is fault tolerance. Since the load is being distributed and it's not dependent on particular server, hence it is a fault tolerant and there is no single point of failure. And also it's more efficient in case of resource efficiency, because we don't need to store the any state on the servers, and it's taken care by. So basically what it's doing is, in this case, the session store and all this information is being stored in kind of some databases, external storage or databases like that. Like we can use the DynamoDB that can maintain the session store, or some MemoryDB, Memcached or Redis, etc. in cache memory. So these kind of services can be used. Hence, it's a more resource efficient using the stateless application. Again, it also has some challenges. So the very first challenge is, as we discussed in the previous slide, it may require external storage like say database or in cache memory, and using this may add some additional cost and complexity in our overall design of the application. And hence its maintaining context across sessions is also another challenge for the developers. So that is it also adds some complexity in this case. Okay. Now if we are not sure, so far we have covered both stateful as well as stateless applications, and we want to make an informed decision about this. So before discussing on this slide, I will just share the slides I have created. So you can see I'm using glyphy.com. Okay, so this is free, as you can see, and I have 13 days of left in my trial, so I will upgrade it later on. So this is very good platform if you want to kind of visual kind of architecture if you want to try, so you can make use of this. Okay, so here as you can see, this is very simple one, and let's take the example of shopping cart. So in case of okay, no, so I had just this is not stateless, this is stateful actually, so I have just it's typo here. Okay, so here as you can see, we have added this cart, and there is a load balancer, and these are the servers which are will be serving the load balancer. So here as you can see, it's sticky session I have maintained for the server one. So sticky session is something like it will enable in case of load balancer, so we can enable the stickiness in terms of the duration, right? So there are types like duration based stickiness or application wise stickiness. Okay, so normally in case of duration wise stickiness, so particular load balancer will approach to one particular server only for that particular time. Okay, and because of that, user will get the seamless and personalized experience. Okay, so here as you can see, we have added the cart here, and this will go to the server, and it has the sticky session. So the server will fetch the information from the database, and every time when the user will need to add some cart or perform some activities, so it will be served by server 1 instead of going to other servers. So load balancer will only prefer to go to the server 1. Okay, so this is, and hence here in this case server 1 will be maintaining the users session information, all those things, and there is risk as we have covered in the slide. So if the server 1 goes down, so we may have it's not a fault tolerant one in this case, and there are some limitations with respect to the stateful application. However, as you can see, this is another diagram which I have covered the stateless application. Here again, the cart and everything is same. As you can see, it's again going to load balancer, and load balancer, it can be either application load balancer or classic, whatever, that doesn't matter. And here in this case, instead of going to particular server, so as you can see, the traffic is going to any of the available server, and it will fetch the information. So here in this case, there is no dependency on particular server, there is no stickiness, etc. has been enabled. And here in case of stateless application, the application is designed in a different way than in the stateful one. So here that is the very important thing that you should note. So the stateless applications are designed in a different way than. So I have not covered in details, like say what happened is, if say server, this user will add this card, and it will go to server 1, and it will fetch the data from the data. So there will be some token that will be shared with the user, and there is no information that is maintained by any of the servers. Okay, so the server is not maintaining any of the user data as in the case of statefulness. Okay, so this is actually stateful. Okay, so let me just change this one. I'll just rename this as stateful, so don't get confused. This is the stateful because in case of stateful, it has a sticky session, and this server is maintaining the state. Okay, so that is the thing. So I hope you got the point. Now let's understand what is the factors that we can that helps us to choose the right application type, stateful or stateless. So there are different factors that can affect here. Considering the application requirement, we need to understand what is the application requirement. Does it need to remember the user data? Does it need to perform fast operations? And also, what is the expected traffic volume? So basically, the stateless are ideal for handling more or higher traffic volumes than stateful one. Another consideration that we can have is analyzing the trade-offs like scalability, fault tolerance, resource usage, and development complexity. So these are some of the factors. Based on that, we can understand and make use whether we can go for the stateful or stateless one. Okay. So in a nutshell, if we can go for a stateful, if the application needs to remember user data across sessions and perform quick operations, and stateless one if say we want our application demands higher scalability, fault tolerant, and easier management, in that case we can go and consider the stateless applications in our overall architecture. So friends, that's it for today. If you have any queries, just leave in the comment section, and please hit the like button, and if you like, I'll really appreciate if you could like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is Cloud Mohsin. As you know, the videos like this take some effort. So thank you so much, and take care. Bye bye.